And now, Dennis Pardini and the Salinas Chase.
Working for the city of Salinas was a very important part of my life. I put a lot of value on my friends, my neighbors, and the people I worked with. Salinas was a small town turning into a big city. That meant the criminal community was growing too. There was more violent crime, but the people were friendly, and the cops were all guys I could count on, even in life and death situations.
Here. Nice to have you with us, Pardini.
Nice to be here, Sarge.
Babion. Here. Huggins.
Here, Sarge.
McLaughlin.
You.
Eady.
You were going to get me some chewing gum.
Machine's broken.
Gunner.
Wait. Relax. I'm going out trick-or-treating with
Miller.
my kids tonight. I'll make sure they stock up.
McKean. Yeah. All right, gentlemen. I'm very happy to announce that there's not much going on out there this week. You're boring me. Keep up the good work. We do have one BOL item here. Be on the lookout for a white male in his late 30s, 5'11", brown hair, brown eyes, beard and mustache. His name's Anthony Archer, and he's wanted on suspicion of murder.
Who'd he murder, Sarge?
His girlfriend. Stabbed her to death. And we don't know if he's armed or not, so if you spot him, be careful.
We have photographs?
No, just the description. They're fairly certain he's halfway to L.A. or Frisco by now, but keep a lookout. Anybody else? Okay, let's get going. Everybody have a good day. Oh, and gas up before you come in. It's Halloween, so the night shift's gonna be jumping.
We work a 10-hour shift. In my case, 7 to 5. But the sergeant was right. Nothing much was happening. I had a burglary report early on, and a couple of reports of vandalism and family disturbances. I took a coffee break with Jim Huggins, another officer. And on my lunch break, I stopped in to see my wife for a few minutes. Her company was having a Halloween party. As the afternoon wore on, I started thinking it was shaping up to be a real quiet day. I always worked by myself, what we call a one-man unit. It allowed a smaller force to be able to patrol a bigger area, and it kept you focused on your surroundings. And with the radio, you were by yourself without ever being alone. Around 4 p.m., I started thinking about the end of my shift.
Baker 16 have just left the city yard. I'm gassed up.
There had been no calls regarding Anthony Archer, and we assumed investigations was right. He skipped town. What we didn't know is that he'd stayed behind and was about to change a quiet day into one we would never forget.
Look, you can take the car. Just let me out.
Shut up!
Please don't hurt me.
Look, lady, I've already killed 2 people. 1 more don't matter.
Come on. Don't hurt me. Just let me help. Oh, no.
I had just left the city yard when the call came in.
All units, a man with a gun forcing a female hostage into a silver Corvette. Dr. Halfpenny's office, 33 Iris Drive. Request units.
I knew the location because Dr. Halfpenny did physicals for the department, but I wasn't close enough to be effective as the lead car. The first one in.
Matter 14 responding. Visual contact. Silver Corvette heading north on North Main Street near Lowell Drive. Best backup.
Baker 12 responding, 1097, less than a mile away.
Baker 16 at the LSL 101 northbound. I'm going to stand by the Laurel Drive off-ramp in case a suspect comes by that way.
Baker 14 responding from the railroad station.
I hit the freeway and made it to the area of the chase in less than 5 minutes. Sergeant Tashiro started a pursuit, and Tim McLaughlin tried to cut the suspect off. joined in the chase, the third car back. We couldn't keep up with him. He kept increasing his lead. He took the exit at Veranda Road, but the Cheryl and McLaughlin went after him. We were all still a long way behind.
Suspect is approaching Veranda Road exit. He's getting off.
Baker 16, do you have visual?
Affirmative, but not much longer. He's doing over 90.
Hang on, sweetheart.
Suspect has made a U-turn and is heading west on Veranda back towards the freeway.
Baker 16, I've got him.
This part of 101 heads into the county. It changes from being a freeway into an expressway, which means there are now intersections and cross traffic to worry about. The first one we came to was Espinosa Road.
Baker 16, marker 287. He's taking the Espinosa turnoff.
Dispatch, please advise Monterey County Sheriff and CHP of our pursuit. We may need additional units.
As I pursued him, my wife happened to be driving by on her way home from work. She saw me go by in the police car with my lights and sirens. And when she got home, she told the kids, "Daddy's going to be a little late because I saw him going to a call. He'll tell us about it when he gets home."
Suspect's going into traffic. I'm right on top of him.
I had wanted to disable his vehicle so he couldn't get away, but things didn't happen that way.
Where's the damn door handle? 16 shot fire. Send backup.
From where I was lying, Archer looked like he had his face pressed right up against the windshield. I saw his gun. It was blue steel and looked about 40 feet long with an 18-foot hole. I can remember seeing a blast coming from that gun. I heard the rounds hitting the car. One shot went through the hood and hit the engine block. 2 rounds went through the windshield.
You got me, you son of a bitch! Leave me alone!
Oh, no!
I got the shotgun and racked around into it. Archer couldn't escape in the Corvette because our cars had locked together when I hit him. He had the look of a man who could kill anyone who got in his way, including his own hostage. I needed to draw his attention away from her. I fired another blast into the air, hoping it would distract him. I couldn't feel anything because the whole left side of my body was numb, but I stayed conscious.
Yeah. Where's the guy?
Another running towards the barn. Huggins and Bobby on the right in the tail. Everybody around me was trying to help, telling me to hang in there, that I was going to be okay. I was more concerned with Archer. I wanted them to get him. He had shot me, and I didn't want him to shoot another cop. He ran into an old barn nearby, trying to evade police.
I think he must be inside. All right. You cover the back. I'll go around front.
Was that you?
No.
Must have come from inside.
Let's cover the perimeter and wait for the SWAT team.
What seemed like a million people came to help me. Not just from my own department. Guys from the sheriff's office, the Castroville Fire Department, SWAT team from Salinas, and the SAFE team from Monterey County. The chief of police rode in the ambulance with me. That kind of support makes you strong. It helps you pull through. The gunshot we'd heard was Anthony Archer taking his own life. It was over. I was in the hospital for 2 months. The bone of my leg had been shattered. They had to do bone grafts on my femur, leaving it exposed while it slowly grew back together. Today I can walk, but I can't run. I have no bilateral movement in my left arm. It is now a little bit shorter. These injuries forced me to retire. This day ended my police career. I often think about responding officers, able to arrive at a situation with another officer down and still carry out their duties in a professional manner. these guys still go out on the street every day, living with that reality.
Nice to have you with us, Pardini.
Within a police department, there's a camaraderie with the guys you work with. You're in life and death situations together, and you become very close. You learn to rely on each other. That's what I miss most about police work.
Top Cops returns in a moment with the aftermath of these stories. Matthew Craven was convicted of assault and jailed in an Ohio penitentiary. His baby girl was unharmed. Lieutenant John Kosek received a commendation from his department, one of more than 100 he earned during his career, and the Silver Star for bravery from the Police Hall of Fame. Recently retired, he now serves with the Cleveland Metro Parks Police. Kidnapper Anthony Archer committed suicide as assisting officers attempted to flush him out of the barn where he had hidden. Officer Dennis Pardini's wounds forced him to retire from police work. He received the State of California Certificate of Valor, the California's Peace Officer Association Award of Merit, and the Monterey County Medal of Valor.
This is a Channel 50 News Update.
Good evening, I'm Ed Bebout with an election update, and small voter turnout highlighted today's North Bay elections, although the impact of those votes will be big. We do have a few final numbers to tell you about right now. Let's start in Marin County and the Buck Center votes, where in the Marin County measure for the Buck Center is being defeated this hour, and it looks like it will go down to defeat. However, the Novato measure on the Buck Center is handily winning by 55.8% of the vote. Moving along to the San Rafael mayor's race, Al Burrow has defeated his opponent in that race. He took in 56.8% of the vote. And moving to Sonoma County, it looks like two Sonoma County parcel tax measures that would have funded Santa Rosa school programs are headed for defeat. And early returns measures C and E, both far short of the 2/3 majority they will need to pass. And most of the votes have been counted at this point. However, three other bond issues on the Sonoma County ballot appear to be getting the required 2/3 majority in the returns so far. Moving to Napa County, also getting the 2/3 needed there is the Joint Unified School District measure for Calistoga with a whopping 71.2% voting yes in that race. And for the St. Helena Firehouse issue, that also overwhelmingly being supported by the voters of St. Helena. 86.4% are supporting that measure. That's our election update for this evening. We will be back tomorrow night at 7 with a full recap of the results of today's voting, as well as the possible impact of some of those decisions. Good night.
Stay tuned to Channel 50 for more news updates.